Peter, why do you spend so much time in the garden?
Because I like plants.
Why do you like plants?
Well, because of the way they do their thing, you know. I mean, look at all these little things curling away up here. Every day they grow this much. And this one here is a wild plant.
Why do you keep that one in here?
Because it grows here. And it attracts a lot of insects. And some of these insects, like these little guys here, are insects that eat the plants that we want. And I'd rather they eat this one than these ones. In other parts, people spray these things. But my theory is that if you have a wide variety of wild plants growing amongst your vegetables, you get less attack. And as you can see from these, no need to spray them. They're doing good.
All the people around you always say you have green fingers. What do you think that means?
I don't know. Just an ability to work with seeds and get them to grow. I think it's some people have it, some don't.
Do you talk to your plants?
No, but I pay them a lot of attention.
Do you think you looking at the plants will affect how they grow?
Well, it's a very unscientific observation, but I'm sure it does. I mean, you can produce a vast amount of crops with machines too, and that most of the world's food supply comes from the mainstream system. And millions of people eat it, but I still prefer to eat my own if I can. I mean, a lot of what I learned came from Fukuoka's One Straw Revolution, which everyone can read if they want to. It's really natural farming. He called it natural farming. And he was even critical of organic farming because he said it's still a pseudo-scientific process. It's not instinctive or intuitive. The thing that makes the plants grow best is the timing. And it's really interesting in a climate like this, in the mountains, you only have one shot at everything here because the season is so short. And so if you miss the right day to plant them or the right week, nothing will grow how it's supposed to. It's got to be exactly right. That's in many countries you can have another go, but not in this climate. I'd use the word as a feeling for it, if you like say all these beans, that the seeds are sitting in a jar in a cupboard, and one day I get them out and look at them, and I think, yep, it's coming up. So then I sort out all the beans I want to plant. Maybe the next day I go out and plant them. Why then exactly? Okay, some things have to be fulfilled, like it has to be warm enough, otherwise your plants won't grow. But it's not irrational. It's a sense of timing relative to the rhythm of the place you're in. And this is why I object to any formal teaching, because every place is different, and you have to work out what works here, where we have extremely strong, hard winters and a short growing season. But it works if you know how to do it. And the interesting thing is all these village people, they're masters of that. You're going to go and have a look what they do. Unbelievable, because they've been here for a long time.
Are you concerned with the lack of gardening skills of young people these days?
Well, it doesn't concern me, but it's going to concern them if something happens to the food supply and they have no clue. I remember one person came to visit me, didn't know what a difference between a potato and a lettuce was in the garden. Big problem. If you don't even know what the plant looks like, you know, it's incredible.
Yep. For someone with red fingers, what would you suggest? What is the easiest vegetable to grow?
Well, again, it depends entirely where you are. If you're in a tropical place like Brazil, you just throw a handful of seeds into the jungle and they grow. It all depends entirely on which places. But say here, the easiest thing to grow here is potatoes. They love this place. Yeah. And beans. That's why all the locals, their major plantings, beans and potatoes, these climbing beans. Yeah, these are healthy potatoes, very healthy. And they're all come from a local variety here, which has been grown in these mountains for as long as potatoes have been here. They're mostly disease resistant, and they kind of belong to this area. Very nice to eat. And they love it here. But of course they like water too, and sunlight. And see, there are bugs on them. Look at this. something doing something there. But plants can handle a bit of things eating them, just not too much. Those are some kind of grasshopper, I think. So you don't want to eliminate all the bugs. These are the berries of the potato, and you don't see them in most of the hybridized, modern, genetically engineered types. But they have seeds, and those seeds are quite poisonous. And you can see the connection with tomato. But if you eat those, you're in deep trouble. And that's why the potato was originally considered a poisonous weed, because they ate the wrong part of it. See, this is a plant that came up by itself.
Is this your favourite?
I just like it. Look at the beautiful flowers. It takes up a bit of space, but who knows what it does? I don't even know what kind of plant it is. Some kind of daisy, but it likes it here. And you see some insects hanging about.
What, apart from a very healthy diet, healthy vegetables, is important?
Good water. Natural water, living water. Not stuff that's been chemically treated. Hasn't got any life in it at all. No bacterias, no viruses, nothing. And the living water is good for your immune system. And this water here comes out of the mountain. It's melted snow, really, percolated through the ground. And the other thing that's healthy is clean air, breathing good air, and getting some sun. That's very healthy. All the plants, they love the sun. And of course, sleep. Good peace and quiet and good sleep.
Is that your medicines to keep your kidneys healthy?
Yes.